The best book you can write, especially if you don't think you're an expert. Hey everybody, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to another Doc Talk with Jim. How is everybody? I hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend. I sure did. So, what are we talking about today? You know, it's interesting. I've been talking a lot lately about creating your own book. We're going to be starting the 7-day Write Your Book Challenge next Monday. And I've been selling my 7-day ebook version 3.0. But a lot of people are like, man, who am I to write a book? I'm not an expert in anything. What could I write about that anybody would care about? What could I do that anyone would think, wow, I know what I'm talking about? And you know, that is actually a very valid question. It's a valid concern to think, you know, who am I? Only experts write books. Only, you know, super smart people write books. And interestingly enough, that's one of the reasons why we respect authors so much, is because it's ingrained into us that someone who has written a book is obviously smart, obviously someone who is an expert, and obviously someone we should pay attention to. So I'm going to give you the ultimate hack for this whole thing. The easiest book, if you're having an issue with thinking to yourself, hey, you know, who am I to write a book? Maybe a little imposter syndrome or a little issue with some self-esteem or other things like that, you can write a mistakes book, specifically mistakes to avoid. Why am I saying that? Because all of us make mistakes. All of us are scared of making mistakes. And once you have made a mistake and solved that mistake, you are now an expert on how to solve or avoid that mistake. So, that means if you write a mistakes book, you can certainly be an expert on how to avoid mistakes, correct mistakes, and keep mistakes from happening again. So, don't take what I'm telling you lightly, because a mistakes book is the perfect first book to write if you're having any of those feelings. And the great thing is that it's got a great hook for your book automatically built in, because people are so programmed to worry about making mistakes or avoiding mistakes, that your title, the simple title of, let's say, 10 mistakes new authors make writing their first book and how to avoid them, as the main title, I just made that up off the top of my head, that has built-in emotion, it has a built-in hook, it has built-in urgency for them to avoid those mistakes. So, just some thoughts from the doc about if you're having some issues, or you're scared, or you're feeling apprehensive about, hey, who am I to write a book? I'm not an expert. Then think really strongly about creating a mistakes and how to avoid them book. And we're going to be talking about this and other ways to get your book done super fast in the 7-day Create Your Book Challenge, Write Your Book Challenge, Your Book Challenge, whatever we ended up calling the name. It's early. I'm not awake yet. I haven't had 3 cups of coffee yet. And the way you can get on that live challenge is it's actually free. It's a free bonus when you get a copy of 7-day ebook version 3.0. So head on over to 7dayebook.com. If you haven't already grabbed your copy, go ahead and grab it, and you'll be able to attend that live challenge as well. But really think about this a little bit today. You know what? I know how to keep people from making mistakes, and that makes me an expert on avoiding those mistakes. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.